going to be flying Spirit, which is rated as the worst airline in all of America. So we're going to see today if it's good or bad. And I had to wake up at 5 a.m. today, so I already knew it was going to be a long day. So after 2 hours, we finally made it to the airport. But you guys are probably wondering, where am I even going? Well, I'm flying 1 hour and 30 minutes from Orlando International Airport to Atlanta. So, after we walked into the airport, we saw the kiosks, but we didn't really need them because we had them on our phones. And we went through security that took forever, but there was one teeny tiny problem. We had to take a train to our gate, which pretty much really was already expected, so we looked at where we needed to go and hopped on the train. After that really nice, beautiful train ride, we looked for our gate, which was gate 1 through 9. But you guys are probably wondering, what even is Spirit? Well, let me tell you guys a little bit more about Spirit, just so we know what we're in for. Spirit is an airline that, according to TripAdvisor, is rated at 3.0, and people rave about how they're good traveling internationally to places like Colombia, but other people say that you should avoid Spirit at any cost. And one person even said they're the worst airline ever. So, after what felt like hours of walking, we made it to our gate. But we passed this really cool restaurant, so obviously I couldn't pass, because they had an entire rack of snacks, to condiments, to even iced tea, and a nice view of the planes as well. But that wasn't all, because they had an entire rack of snacks, an entire thing of drinks, and even a deli section, to even an entire bar, which I definitely won't be needing. So I grabbed myself a bottle of Pepsi, and a bag of Cheetos, which were pretty good. But then I noticed that boarding began. And you guys let me know if you guys like these kind of travel videos, because maybe I'll even do Frontier next. And something else I noticed inside the gate that was really cool is I found a penny on heads. So then we walked up to the plane and obviously had to touch the outside before walking in. I also got to see what the seats are going to be like before taking my seat. And something else that was awesome is that I got 2 full windows all to myself, which was really nice to see. And the butt cushion on the seat was pretty comfy, whereas the back was kind of stiff, and I also noticed that there was no headrest, which was normal in Spirit. But when it came to the legroom on the seat, I was actually pretty surprised, but I am only 5'4". And when it came to the bag space, it was kinda eh. I looked at the tray table, which was smaller than my iPhone 13, before noticing a object in the middle of the seat. I didn't really know what that was. But under the seat, I was happy to see that they had a safety pamphlet, along with a nausea bag, and also Spirit's menu. Which was utterly ridiculous, because you literally had to pay for everything on the flight. But then I realized there was more to the menu, so I took a look around and I saw water was $4, which was crazy, but it is Spirit after all. I decided to look above me and I couldn't reach it at first, but once I did, I was happy to see that the overhead reading light was working, and also the AC, which was really nice. But then I noticed that we started pushing back. While that was happening, I saw the plane was a bit dirty, and I saw that the overhead space was pretty good too. But then I noticed our taxi to the runway. So I decided to check out Spirit's Wi-Fi. Which brought me to the site where I found out you did unfortunately have to pay for their Wi-Fi. But enough of that, because then I noticed we were in line for takeoff. So after we were in the air, I decided to take a closer look into the safety pamphlet, which said we were going to be flying in one of Spirit's A320s, and the safety pamphlet had all the usuals, which was really nice to see. But I was kind of getting a little bored on the flight, so I decided to play some Block Blast, just to keep me busy. Before having friend 1 look out the window, and friend 2 look out the window. So then I recorded a video for my YouTube and TikTok with someone different, because I'm not going to see Growling Pig for another 10 days. But then I really had to use the bathroom. So after walking to the back of the plane, I was met with all the things you really need in a bathroom, but the floor was a bit sticky. But when it came to the headroom, it was really nice, but I am only 5'4" again. But after making it back to my seat, I saw that the winglets said howdy on them, which was pretty funny considering I just realized it now. But then after a little while, we began our descent into Atlanta, which we had to pass through so many clouds. At one point, I couldn't even see the wing. But finally, we saw some land and we're coming in for landing. So now one question remains, is Spirit actually a good airline? Well, considering there was a bit dirty, had sticky floors, and literally everything cost money, I would say Spirit is actually a pretty great airline, and I would fly them again. So I'm gonna have to rate my experience on Spirit Airlines a solid 8 out of 10. But if you guys like these unusual types of videos, let me know down in the comments. But other than that, you guys have a great day.